Alright, so just a fair warning, this video is going to be completely unedited just because I need to get these emotions out and I want to have this conversation completely unfiltered, so awkward silences, forgetting what I'm going to say, losing my train of thought, it's all just going to be in this video because we need to talk about what happened. Okay, so a couple days ago I actually recorded an audio when Cyrus was confirmed that he would be coming out. I am not going to release that audio because it's literally just me screaming for like 15 minutes. If you guys really want it, then maybe I will, but I was really happy. I wasn't surprised because obviously I've been saying he was gay for a while now, and I was just happy because I was a little bit nervous that Disney was going to back out. They certainly didn't back out. It's currently like 9:30 and I have watched Cyrus's coming out scene a few billion times at this point. Cause, okay, so I watched the episode on TV when it aired and I was freaking out the entire time, but specifically at that scene. And then I recorded it, and so I've just been watching it on DVR, and I've been watching that one scene just over and over again because it was so beautiful and flawless, and you know, I had faith that they would do this well, but I did not expect them to do it so amazingly perfectly. If you haven't seen it, then you absolutely need to watch the scene. I'm pretty sure it's up on Disney Channel Central, or whatever that channel is, so you can watch it. There is a part in that video that it doesn't, or there's a part that happens right before it that it doesn't show, and that's Buffy walks in as a spoon when Cyrus is sitting there, and she goes, she's like, hey, what's wrong? And he's like, or no, she goes, are you okay? And he shakes his head, and she's like, did you already order the baby taters? And he's like, I don't want baby taters right now. She goes, you're scaring me. And his response was, I'm scaring me too. And it was beautiful and emotional, and this scene, it was eerily quiet at parts. The emotion from both of the actors were phenomenal. Just everything about this scene was so good. I wouldn't change a second of it. And you know, the way, because the thing is that this scene, the one part you see is is Buffy going, Cyrus, do you like Andi? Was you know, way early on in the promo, but essentially, I will explain this. If you've already seen it, you know what I'm talking about, but that just really nervous, barely shakes his head, but you know that's what he does when she says that, because he knows, like, if I say no to this, then she's gonna know the truth. And he obviously wanted her to, but he was really nervous about it, and it was so good, and I wanted to cry and scream and just so many things all at once, because then, you know, when Buffy went, you like Jonah, and then Cyrus is really nervous, like, teary-eyed nod. It was so amazing. I'm gonna say the word amazing a lot, but there's not a lot of words that can describe what I saw. It was beautiful and heart-wrenching and cute and just everything, and oh my gosh, Buffy's "you've always been weird, but you're no different" line. Oh my gosh, that line. That's the one that's constantly quoted from this scene already, and man, does it deserve to be. Does it deserve to be the quote from this scene? It is so perfect and beautiful and amazing, and I need to commend everyone who worked on this scene because it was so good. Another part of this that I thought was really good was actually a little bit later. Andi and Jonah are sitting there, and Buffy and Cyrus are sitting there and they're talking with Andi, and then Jonah comes up, and now, you know, Jonah and Andi are official now, which, whatever. And, you know, Buffy and Cyrus walk out, and, you know, they talk about it, and Cyrus really casually kind of goes, you know, because he's like, it's not painful seeing them together, and Buffy's like, is that what you're gonna tell your therapist? Not exactly those words, but, well, she actually said, is that what you're gonna tell your stepmother? Because his stepmother's his therapist, but, yeah, she's like, and he's like, okay, fine. He's like, I want to talk to her about what I'm feeling. I want her to give me advice. I want her to think it's kind of funny that we have a crush on the same guy. And just kind of how casually he says that sentence, that we have a crush on the same guy. It's amazing, and it... Oh my gosh, I am so happy this day has finally come. You know, there's obviously people who aren't happy, but I don't even care. People who are excited way outnumber the people who aren't, and I'm so pumped for where this season is going, and Buffy has become such an amazing character. I adore Buffy to pieces, and, you know, the way she's kind of in an awkward situation, but she's handling it really well, and she handled Cyrus coming out really well. She hasn't spilled the beans yet to Andi. I don't really think she's going to be the one to do it. I think she's probably going to, you know, help Cyrus come out to Andi. But it's just, I'm really happy for everything that's happening. And the only other thing that really happened in this episode was that Bex proposed to Bowie proposed to Bex, and Bex said no, or she was planning on saying no. Which, when he proposed, I'm like, she's gonna say no. But she didn't right away. She said, which I'm really happy this ended up being not only 1 hour, but not the season finale, because that's where you can tell, like, that was the cut after she says, to him proposing, and I would have been so mad if they had a season like that, but they didn't. They started it like that, and then, you know, at the end of the second episode, but the second half or whatever, is when she's like, I'm not gonna be saying yes to him. But obviously the Cyrus moment was the big moment of the show, and I'm just happy. I'm just really happy. I can't wait to see Smurf's reaction to this, honestly. I'm just so happy. It was so good. When I said I've rewatched this a bunch of times, I'm not kidding. I've just been basically rewatching these two scenes just constantly, and it was 100% worth the wait. Like, you don't understand how hard it was for me to wait for this episode, but it was 100% worth the wait. It was a really good episode for everything that it was, but especially for that scene. It was beautiful, and it's really shaping Cyrus and Buffy's friendship, and I'm just so excited for where this is going next. I don't know how or when Cyrus is going to tell Andi. I just know that he is. I don't know if Jonah's ever going to find out. And the thing I'm really curious about, the thing I'm kind of excited for, especially, is him telling Iris. Because the thing is, a lot of people are like, well, he seemed to be showing a lot of interest in Iris in the beginning of this episode, but really, he was just more excited that he got kissed, because yes, they actually did kiss, and, you know, he kind of was, like, showing her off, but it seemed less like genuine interest and more of, hey, someone likes me, I have a girlfriend, that's really cool, and less of, I really like this girl, more of just, hey, yeah. And also, you know, the fact that he didn't want anyone to know he was gay, and he hadn't really admitted it to himself until he told Buffy that he's like, yeah, I like Jonah. I mean, he didn't say it at that moment. He did later, you know, use the words, you know, we have a crush on the same guy, but at the moment but you still know what I mean, and oh my gosh, it was so good. It was so good. It was so good. And, you know, a lot of people use this one scene to, you know, justify, oh, Cyrus likes Andi, not Jonah, and it's like, nope, this literally says the opposite of that. And also, it was funny, I watched an interview with Joshua Rush, where the interviewer brought up the idea that a lot of people thought that maybe Cyrus went up with Andi, and Joshua Rush just laughed. Because the interview was done a few days ago, I think, before it was officially confirmed, and, but yeah, she brought up that idea and he laughed. He's like, I hadn't even considered that. And clearly that's probably, I mean, he technically could be bi, but it's not looking that way. If he is bi, then that's cool. I'm pretty sure he's not, and I've been saying that from the beginning, that I'm pretty sure he's gay and not bi, but whatever he is, whatever he decides to identify as when he decides to label himself, you know, it's insane, and this is amazing for Disney, and, you know, this show will always be remembered as the show that brought teen pregnancy and gay characters to Disney Channel, and rightfully deserved. And this is a show that deserves to do these things. It knows what it's doing, it takes pride in them, and I couldn't be happier with the show and the product and everything it's doing. And so I'm gonna stop rambling. You can go back to watching Andi Mack if you're like me and you're watching on repeat. And I hope you have a great freaking day or night or whatever. I'm not getting much sleep tonight.